Hello from Thailand. Tomorrow my first day at Soy Dogs starts, and everybody who knows me knows that is like really my dream to help dogs, and I hold that huge vision of that huge vision of healing the world. But I thought let's start a little bit smaller and start with healing the dog's world, or at least the individual world of as many dogs I can reach, right? I can reach, or people that share a similar vision and also want to learn more about how to balance a dog's nervous system, how to what person you need to be in order to be the perfect leader for your dog. Or let's also put a bit wrongly, but it's about being who you truly are and disidentifying from what society, your past, whoever has taught you who you are, your beliefs, the emotions that you hold from the past. I mean, you can totally have that and still be perfect for your dog. It's just like the lenses you see your dog through or with, right? If you just throw those away, and I really want to help you do that. If you want to watch the whole video, please follow me on YouTube. You'll find the link in the description. I hate these short-term things. Yeah, so thank you for following me on YouTube. I have so much to say, right? To share, or I want to share so much with you because it's so helpful in so many ways. It gives you like more inner peace. It helps you in absolutely in your relationships with your animals. Let it be a horse, a dog, or even a cat. But with cats, it's like you can't lead a cat. You can only obey. But with dogs and horses, right? They are like these like group animals. So a pack for dogs or a herd for horses. And us as human beings, we are also very social creatures. We also look for people to lead us. But one thing to say, the human race is the only creature or the only living being on that world who would follow unstable leaders because of this like programming of like follow money, follow what is it called, power and stuff like that. But in the end, if like animals follow people that bring peace to them, and there's a lot of misconception out there, right? So all these like dominating techniques, I have already also talked about them in my video about like why or what to do about a dog that chose biting behavior, right? So these dominating techniques, we use them a lot as humans, like in the corporate world, in relationships among each other, but they actually work for dogs or seem to work because those animals have fear, right? They absolutely show like animals don't make mistakes. They live in the present moment, and they might react to something that their nervous system has learned to be a threat, right? And if you are not present, if you don't show them, I'm in charge here. I make you feel safe, right? I see that runner over there. I see that cycling thing over there. I see that car. I see that other dog. Right? I got this. You can relax, but you have to be present and depending on the dog, very intense, right? Cesar Milan calls it like calm, assertive, right? So you be like, I got this. You can't relax, right? For very unbalanced dogs, you need to be very intense to be that for them. But never ever use your aggression at them. Only use it for them. There's no need, like if it happens to you, right? We all like conditioned creatures. It might happen to you. Like don't judge yourself from it, but just like see, okay, there's another way, and try to also kind of train yourself or release yourself from training and conditioning and become who you truly are in your sense, right? And now I realize like how all these topics that I want to talk about like are webbed. So I have already talked in my videos about authenticity, about psychological safety or safety in general. Like safety is our number one value as a mammal, right? And then there's like inner zero, or like inner zero is a term that Laura and Sharon Wilsie, oh my god, I learned so much from them. Horse speak changes everything. That's a term they use for this like calm present state, right? James French from the Trust Technique refers to it as your thinking level. You were like, if you're completely in a zero, you're completely thinking level 0, pretty much. And Markus Streinz, I can't pronounce that. Austrian guru, right? A great spiritual leader. Different from Eckhart Tolle and all these like, yeah, silence, nothing, no thingness, blah, blah, blah. He's like really like seeing your disbalances and poking those so your energy is doing this, and then his nervous system is so strong that he balances you out just by being in his energy. It's like incredibly wirksam, is this a German word? It just works, right? It's incredible. I've experienced it myself, and I see 100 people, like, and there are like 200 in total, but or maybe I see 40 to 50 of them who also show the same symptoms of being liberated, of doing what they feel is their calling, right? I mean, my personal story is also interesting. Half a year ago, I still was in psychiatry. Difficult word, right? A year ago, I just ran away from my corporate job at Volkswagen, where I worked as an IT project manager. So I also hold all these like certifications and math I studied, only to find out now that, right, there's nothing linear in this world. I mean, there is like, if you just like look at this bed on the like macroscopic level, of course you see those like lines and they seem to be linear, but if you were like really zoom in and you have like this atomic movements, there's nothing linear about it. And my study were like about like the Brownian motion, right? And we were talking about randomness, right? There is not such a thing such as random movement. I also want to talk about this. There's so much I want to talk about, and if up to here you are interested in one certain topic or more, just like message me, ideally on Instagram or through LinkedIn, or write a comment to YouTube, or send me an email or whatsoever. I do my best to answer every question, and if I can't, I know a bunch of people who can answer this. You can also send me videos of your dogs, of your horses, of your children even. Like seriously. And I will do my best to kind of analyze what's going on and to give you impulses to overthink what you're doing. Also, I'm not giving you any concepts, right? I don't want to do what I am doing because this is what works for me. And you are a different creature. You are different. So for you, other stuff works, but there's this like intelligence that runs through every one of us, right? And if you learn how to trust that energy to be in flow, your relationships will be great. That doesn't mean that everybody who's now in your life will then be that nice person that you can kind of get along well with. For me, a lot of people had to leave my life, and I'm like, thank you for the time that we spent together, and maybe at some point we will reconnect, but for now, I feel very liberated. Yeah, so all these like things, authenticity, safety, psychological safety, inner zero, consciousness, leadership, where leadership is not bossing, it's like you're a servant to whoever you want to lead. Like find out what they need and give it to them. Like you see, there's, oh my god, so much. And in my brain, like if you'd had a look at the data structure in my brain, it's like and then I can't really, I hate preparing those videos, but I'm going to do that. Speaking about that, I'll do it for you because I apparently have this knowledge in my head, right? But I want to transfer that. Or these impulses, these like perspective. I don't want to be your teacher. I want to like grow with you together, whatsoever. So if you feel like there's something in there for you, oh my goodness, please compensate. I'll put my PayPal in the comments description. Yeah, and this is now like a wild random video, but really I'm going to prepare the next videos. Give me some impulses on what is interesting to you. Also, I'm going to share practical videos of me dealing with the soy dogs. I'll find someone who's taking videos. So you can see how I handle them. It's so easy to balance a dog out if you don't apply those like training techniques. It's like so 90s, right? We found out more, but like there's also like a lot of ignorance. I also want to talk about ignorance, all these like psychological effects or about our nervous system. There's so much I want to share. Yeah, and my vision, I started this video with my vision, right? So I'm going to share this vision, or maybe I did already, but my vision absolutely is to balance out these like street dogs that are now in this soy dog shelter. Maybe it's going to take me a year, maybe 10 years. I don't really care. I don't calculate that. I just like take one step at a time. Although this is not my key competence. I'm always like in my mind, I'm always like 10 kilometers ahead. Anyhow, I want to balance them out, and I want to help drive this paradigm shift that is also being driven by, as I said, James and Shelly French, Sharon and Laura Wilsie. Cesar Millan is much more on the spiritual path from what I understood. And he also knows like a lot. Also like the dog trainers, I just like kind of bashed a little bit, right? They are giving their best. And some animals, they would have a very hard time without them. So sometimes it's better to have someone who's not the ideal leader, but an okay boss, than being totally lost, right? That's it for now. If you have made it until here, you must be quite a crazy person yourself, or very curious. Anyhow, I'm good now, and I'm just now trying to sort this, and I'm really happy to get any impulses on what you want to hear me talking about, of what you want to understand better. Also, like the body language of dogs. There are only few people that know about this, like very precise body language system. Also with horses, it's incredible how delicately and precisely they communicate. It's insane. And Sharon and Laura Wilsie have found out about it, and they have written books, and they are now doing these clinics, but there's like only like max 2,000 people in the world that know about it. So this is really like your chance to learn a lot more, and you seem to be very open and curious if you have made it until here. I will always post the links to their like really like $35, £9 courses in this description. And I'm very much looking forward to like working with you. Thank you for watching.